am here for the bi-weekly video blog. I realized that I should have had this up last week, but I was preparing for my newest edition, interviews. But first things first, this week's quote.
It isn't what you have, or who you are, or where you are, or what you are doing that makes you happy or unhappy. It is what you think about.
In the last blog, I reviewed Delilah Marvell's Mistress of Pleasure, and last week I held a contest on the corresponding blog, link in the sidebar, to win 2 of her books signed. As well as that, I interviewed the lovely Delilah over the phone. Here's a snippet of that.
The question: boxers or briefs? Delilah's answer: I like both. Laughs. It just depends on the mood I'm in. One is easier to take off than the other. Question: what or who has been the biggest inspiration in your life? Delilah's answer: I would say my husband, without a doubt. He's been an inspiration to me and inspires me to be more. Question: how much research goes into your writing? Delilah's answer: a ton of research actually goes into my writing. I spend a certain amount of time researching, anywhere from a month to 6 months. In the beginning it was longer because I was establishing things, but now I just research within my time period.
The rest is posted on the corresponding blog as well. In 2 weeks, I will be interviewing author Mark Del Franco, and going up today is going to be a contest to win his first book in the Laura Blackstone series, Skin Deep, which comes out on July 28th. Now, on to reviews. Red Hot and Boom. There isn't a whole lot I can say about this. I was hot and cranky due to annoying teenagers and my mom complaining, so I didn't really pay a lot of attention to the bands that were performing. The fireworks were great, as usual. It's kind of hard to mess up fireworks. But there were a few things that I did take note of. 1, Kevin Rudolph has some really good songs. 2, We the Kings perform live pretty good, especially considering I couldn't see them from where I was sitting, but they really did know how to work the crowd. And 3, Parachute is an amazing band. Parachute performed after the fireworks, so people were trickling home and I was able to actually see them. They incorporate the piano and the saxophone, which adds major points in my opinion. I would definitely pay to see them live. I heard some really good things about Vicky Cristina Barcelona, and I have to say the movie was good, but so much about it bothered me. The narrator throughout the movie made it seem as if I was watching a book on the screen, which was slightly disconcerting. Being a huge fan of acting, I really didn't like how they were telling me what they were doing and how they were feeling instead of showing me, especially with really good actors like Javier Bardem, Penelope Cruz, and Scarlett Johansson. The movie was full of such wonderful sentiments about life and love, art, and emotions, but it was labeled as a romantic comedy, which seemed rather lacking on the comedy and heavy on the drama and romance. For a movie full of such life and vibrance, despite the annoying narrator, it left me feeling rather lacking. It seemed anticlimactic to me, and I was left disappointed. I never know what to say about comedies. They're usually not meant to be cinematic masterpieces, they're simply for entertainment. So if you enjoy the movie and you laugh, then they accomplish their goal. Office Space was genuinely funny, and not in the overwhelmingly popular stupid humor that's gracing movies these days. I honestly enjoyed the movie. I laughed, and I have to say I would probably watch it again and enjoy it just as much. So I say, go watch it and laugh. Action movies. I love them. But I always wonder how nobody seems to notice the undercover FBI agents talking into their fist. Just saying. Aside from that, this movie had many flaws. First, there was the bad boy reference via an officer getting shot in the butt and then constantly referring back to that. It wasn't terribly funny in Bad Boys. I think it was the second one. So it wasn't at all funny in 12 rounds. Aside from that, there was the subpar acting throughout, and John Cena wasn't too bad. It was everybody else. If you like the ridiculousness that comes with Jason Statham movies, you are sure to be entertained with this one. There was explosions galore, cars demolished, people refusing to move out of the way of a fire truck with its sirens on, you know, normal action movie stuff. All complete with pompous, inept FBI agents who are incapable of doing their job correctly, causing the PD to come and rescue the day every single time. Seriously, what more could you ask for? Really though, it was entertaining. And that's what movies are for, after all, isn't it? And it did leave this girl staring at the TV screen thinking, damn, I wish I could find a man who'd go through all that for me. I have 2 words for Push. Holy crap. I was dying to see this movie when it came out in the movie theaters, but I sadly never got a chance to. But I had high hopes for this movie, and I'm really happy to say that it didn't let me down. I love the way that everything was interconnected and played out brilliantly. And I must say that Dakota Fanning's performance was amazing. Not that Camila Bell and Chris Evans didn't do wonderfully themselves. It's just that she is definitely an actress that I will be expecting big things from in the future. The ending was wonderfully genius, and I had wished that there was more, but I loved it just as it is. Everything from fight scenes to special effects to acting was amazingly well done. This is definitely a movie that I will be buying. Why is it that movies about potheads are so amusing? I suppose it could be due to the fact that I watched this movie at 7 in the morning while running on no sleep, but I thought it was funny. It was random, crazy, and humorous, and even more, I'd probably watch it again, so it scores high on my comedy movie list. Now, there was one other movie that I watched, but due to amazingly rude people in the theater, I feel like I can't give it a review worth listening to. So I will let you know what I thought of it after I rewatch it, which will hopefully be soon. If you're dying to know, however, I did post up the little bit I could squeeze out on the corresponding blog, so feel free to head on over there and check it out. Thanks for tuning in, and enjoy the music on the way out. I know I will.